You've heard the headlines, but Iran has a weirder side you probably never learned about. From ancient air conditioners to deserts that break temperature records, this country is packed with strange, fascinating, and downright unbelievable facts. Here are 10 strange facts about Iran that'll make you rethink everything you thought you knew. 1. They ban neckties. After the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iran rejected many symbols of Western culture. One of the casualties? The necktie. Seen as a symbol of capitalist arrogance and Western decadence, ties were officially discouraged, especially in government offices and public-facing roles. Even today, you'll almost never see an Iranian politician or businessman wearing one. Formal events still happen, but usually with open collars or traditional dress. It's one of the only places in the world where a suit without a tie is considered more respectful. 2. They celebrate New Year with goldfish. Iran's New Year, called Nowruz, starts on the spring equinox and dates back more than 3,000 years. One of the more surprising traditions involves placing a live goldfish on a ceremonial table called a hafsin. The goldfish symbolizes life, renewal, and movement into the new year. Every household has a slightly different version of this setup, but the fish is almost always there, alongside apples, garlic, coins, and a mirror. It's a rare case where a pet doubles as a religious and cultural symbol, even if it only lives a few weeks afterward. 3. They speak a living fossil language. In the village of Kalaj, located in central Iran, residents speak a language so old it predates modern Persian. Linguists say it's like a time capsule from a forgotten era. It has resisted influence from Arabic, Persian, and Turkish for centuries. Only a few thousand people still speak Kalaj, and its grammar and vocabulary are drastically different from what you'd hear in Tehran. It's not just a dialect, it's a linguistic outlier that offers rare insight into ancient Iranian culture. 4. There's a Death to America clock. At the old U.S. Embassy in Tehran, now a museum, you'll find a digital countdown clock. But it's not counting down to New Year's. It's literally counting the seconds until the fall of American imperialism, based on predictions from Iran's former supreme leader. Inside, you'll find walls covered in anti-American murals, old espionage gear, and torn-up documents from the 1979 hostage crisis. The place is part propaganda, part museum, and fully bizarre. And yes, Americans can visit it if they get a visa. 5. They ban music on TV, even instrumentals. Following the revolution, Iranian state television banned all music. That included classical piano, orchestral compositions, and even background scores in documentaries. It was part of a larger push to purify media and promote religious conservatism. Today, the rules have softened, but not entirely. Dancing is still forbidden on TV. Female solo singers are still banned from broadcasting. Music in Iran didn't disappear, it just had to go underground or stay behind closed doors. 6. Their desert is hotter than Death Valley. The Lut Desert in southeastern Iran has recorded the hottest ground temperature on Earth, a blistering 159.3 degrees Fahrenheit, 70.7 degrees Celsius. That's not the air temperature, that's the surface of the sand. For reference, that's hot enough to fry an egg and burn your feet within seconds. It's so extreme that scientists have used parts of the Lut to simulate Mars-like environments. Some areas are so dry and salty they can't even support bacteria. It's one of the few places on Earth where life quite literally does not exist. 7. They had female warriors in ancient times. Thousands of years ago, tribes in northern Iran included women in their warrior ranks. Archaeologists have uncovered graves where women were buried with swords, armor, and horse gear, evidence that they were trained fighters, not just ceremonial figures. These tribes were likely connected to the Scythians or Sarmatians, nomadic groups that roamed across Central Asia and Eastern Europe. Some historians believe their legacy helped inspire Greek myths about the Amazons, a race of fierce, independent warrior women. 8. They invented ice makers in the desert. Long before electricity, ancient Persians invented yakhchals, massive mud brick domes designed to store ice and keep food cold, even during scorching desert summers. They used a mix of wind tunnels and underground reservoirs to cool the air inside. Some of these yakhchals are still standing today, with temperatures inside staying below freezing even in July. It's a marvel of pre-modern engineering that's both eco-friendly and incredibly effective, and way older than your kitchen fridge. 9. They bred the human-faced cat. The Persian cat is world famous for its lush coat and unique flat face. But over the years, selective breeding has made some of them look almost human. Their big eyes, tiny noses, and pouty expressions have sparked everything from fascination to unease. Originally from Iran, then Persia, these cats were once more wild-looking. But breeders across Europe and the US pushed the features to extremes. Now the breed walks a fine line between elegant and uncanny, like a cartoon character that came to life. 10. They have their own lake monster. In Lake Urmia, Iran's largest salt lake, locals once whispered about a mysterious beast lurking beneath the surface. Some said it had glowing eyes. Others claimed it caused whirlpools and swallowed boats whole. The stories go back generations. There's no solid evidence that anything ever lived in the lake, aside from brine shrimp, but the legend still lives on. Unfortunately, the lake itself is disappearing due to climate change and water mismanagement, turning the monster into more myth than mystery. So, next time someone mentions Iran and all you think of is politics, remember there's a much weirder and more fascinating side to it too. Ancient tech, scorching deserts, secret languages, and fish-based holidays. This country is anything but boring. If this list blew your mind, there's plenty more where that came from. Hit follow and keep digging into the past, one strange fact at a time.